She sneezed, and the baby was born. The doctor was utterly astonished, because the baby was no bigger than a fist. He told the father that the child might not survive the night, but no one could have imagined that not only did he pull through, but he miraculously lived to be 12 years old. However, he never grew any taller. He had severe myopia from birth and wasn't exactly easy on the eyes. The townspeople called him Little Mouse. His classmates treated him like a toy. Even the teachers kept their distance, always feeling he disrupted the class. Simon never defended himself. He bore it all in silence. His only friend was David, the handsomest boy in school. David didn't care about the others' jokes. He stayed by Simon's side every day. He even added a small seat to his bicycle to take him swimming in the lake, their secret hideout. Simon loved diving and holding his breath, though David never understood why. Whenever Simon went into the water, David would time him from the shore. As he counted, he saw two girls rowing by. They approached him alone, wanting to talk to David. David froze for a few seconds, then replied casually. By the time Simon surfaced, he couldn't remember how far he'd counted. Simon turned around and saw the two girls. They stopped too. He liked the girl with the yellow bow, but only dared to whisper to David that she was pretty. David wanted to confess his feelings right then, but Simon immediately covered his mouth. The girls watched them argue for a moment, then rowed away without saying a word. After getting out of the water, David asked her why he hadn't dared to confess. She said, "You look cute." Simon shook his head in denial. The girl also said that little turtles were cute, but that she wouldn't fall in love with a turtle. He silently watched them leave, but soon became excited, filled with a stubborn conviction. Believing God had a special reason for making him this way. He wanted to be a hero. David didn't believe in God, but he never took away his fantasies. David was a bastard. His mother was the most beautiful woman in town. She had never told him who his father was. When his father appeared, all the men in town couldn't help but stare at her. That day, his mother went to watch the baseball game. The coach made a point of putting Simon in the game. He struggled to put on his helmet and raised his little bat. The stands burst into laughter. They called him Mouse again. Only one person stood up for him. He didn't even have to bat. The opponent made a mistake. He scored a run. His mother smiled and said, "You're amazing. You have great pitch selection." Simon loved her deeply. She was the only one who made him feel a mother's love. That night, Simon wanted to stay at David's house. His biological parents said coldly over the phone, "I don't care." This left his mother speechless. She didn't lecture him. She hugged him tightly and kissed him goodnight. Because he was too small, he couldn't find a sweater that fit. His mother knitted one for him by hand. Later, at church, he questioned the pastor about the overly formal rituals, leaving the pastor speechless. After class, the teacher punished him. He refused to apologize. The teacher's attitude grew increasingly hostile. When his mother found out, she rushed over immediately, took him out of the classroom, and argued that the teacher wasn't fit to teach him. The teacher was speechless. David and his mother were perhaps the best things in Simon's life. But that day, something unexpected happened.